Yo everyone, what is going on? Welcome to another video. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full day of eating 1,700 calories. I have some big recipes coming today. As always, I actually gave a sneak peek of a couple of them on my Instagram the other day, and people were losing their shit. So I think this is going to go down a treat. And on top of that, I'm actually going to do a supplement haul as well, because for the first time in a while, I actually got a big supplement delivery. I was kind of running out of my main go-to, so I had to put in a big order. That arrived. So yeah, I want to take you through the supplements that I take, why I take them, and yeah, it's a question I get asked all of the time, so no better opportunity, I suppose. So yeah, without further ado, let's go to my first meal. But even before that, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. It really does mean a lot. It really helps the channel grow. So if you could take that 0.5 seconds right now, scroll down, press that thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. But let's go to my first meal. Alright, so let's kick breakfast off, and I'm gonna start by adding 120 ml of egg whites to a bowl. That is going to be followed by 1 whole egg. I'm going to add 5 ml of vanilla extract into the mix, 1 heaped teaspoon of sweetener, a little bit of cinnamon. Then I am going to mix it all up. Alright, so next up I am going to dip 2 slices of 60 calorie bread into my egg mix and simply just transfer it to a pan. And if there is a little bit of egg mix remaining, just kind of pour it over the bread while it is on the pan. Okay, so a few minutes have passed. Let's do a nice little flip. Then I'm just gonna spray my pan with some more 1 calorie spray. And then I'm gonna add 2 bacon medallions into the mix. And just for reference, each bacon medallion contains 33 calories and 6 grams of protein. All right, so let's serve it up. And I'm actually gonna go for a bit of a combo. So on 1 slice, I'm gonna put my 2 bacon medallions. I'm gonna top that with some 0 cal maple syrup from Bulk. And then from my other slice, I'm gonna add 100 grams of fat-free vanilla yogurt and 100 grams of mixed berries. Okay, so I am a big fan of this meal. I actually think it deserves game changer status. It just ticks so many boxes. So first of all, calorie and macro breakdown is insane. Just over 400 calories, just under 50 grams of protein, unreal. Secondly, it is actually filling because it is so high in protein. There is a good bit of fiber in there as well. With the berries and the bread. And thirdly, it tastes amazing. Like, it literally tastes amazing. There's a good bit of variety in there with the more savory side, even though that side is still pretty sweet, and the sweeter side with the berries and the yogurt. And I'd actually love to know as well, if you had to choose 1 slice, what would it be? Would it be the yogurt and the berry side, or would it be the bacon and maple syrup? Comment below and let me know. Alright, so before we go to my next meal, I would like to thank Skillshare. I would like to give them a massive shout out for sponsoring this video. They're becoming really loyal sponsors, which I do appreciate a lot. And it's actually a platform I'm starting to use so much more as the weeks and as the months go on, and that is because it has so many classes on so many different topics. Honestly, if you're looking to upskill in any area of life, Skillshare will probably have a huge amount of classes on that exact thing. It's amazing. So it has classes on things like productivity, on freelancing, on entrepreneurship, on optimizing your social media, on finding fulfillment, on videography, on filmography, and the list could honestly go on forever. And there's actually a couple of creators on the platform that I am a huge fan of. So I think my favorite at the moment is a guy called Ali Abdal. He is a doctor and he is a YouTuber, and the reason I love his classes is because they're actually on topics that people just really struggle with in day-to-day life. So he touches on things like how to optimize your productivity throughout the day, how to study for exams, how to start a side hustle, things that are just really helpful. And honestly, the whole learning experience on Skillshare is so much different to school, so much different to college. You're not looking at your watch, you're not looking at your phone thinking, when does this end? You know, instead you're fully engaged, and you always come away after a class with a new lease of life, all the time. And the last time Skillshare sponsored one of my videos, I actually made a massive mistake, not gonna lie. So you are meant to put their link in the description, but I didn't do that. You know, and they actually emailed me and they're like, there's no link in your description. So, and I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, that was absolutely terrible. I am not gonna lie, but they were so sound about it, almost too sound. But yeah, to make sure that they keep sponsoring my videos, please do me a favor, go to the link in the description and sign up for a one month free trial. It honestly takes no length of time whatsoever to sign up. If you don't like it, if it's not for you, you can just cancel. And if you give it a good go and give it the little bit of time that it needs, you could benefit so much. So yeah, follow the link in my description and get yourself signed up. Okay, so for lunch I'm going to be making a wrap, but this is not just like any wrap. This is 100% the best wrap that I have ever made. No exaggeration there at all. It's just one of those things that you bite into. Do you know when you make something that's healthy, that's calorie and macro friendly, and you bite into it and it tastes so good, and you are just like, how? Like, how on earth is this calorie and macro friendly? How does this not have 1,000 calories? It tastes too good to be true. It's almost like you're cheating. That is what this is. Okay, so I'm gonna start by frying off 125 grams of 5% fat mince on the pan. You can season with whatever you like, but I am gonna go with some Cajun. All right, so as the mince is frying away, let's get to work on the wrap. So this is a large wrap. It contains 170 calories. And I know that the US is really good for getting low calorie wraps. I don't know how many calories they contain. I think it's like 30 or 40 or something. They are so hard to find in Ireland. In the main supermarkets, you will not find them. You can order them online, but it's just not as convenient. But yeah, if you can get your hands on a large wrap that is lower in calories, then by all means go for it. So I'm gonna spread 30 grams of lightest Philadelphia on the wrap, and that is just low fat, soft cheese. And you don't need to go all of the way around the wrap, just stay kind of around the center. I'm gonna add my mince on top. Next, I'm gonna break up 20 grams of crisps and add them on top of the mince. And it was a very close call deciding what crisp I would use, but I've gone with these Max Strong crisps. So they are jalapeno and cheese flavor. They are so good. It was between this and Doritos. Both are perfect. Next, I'm gonna add 15 grams of 50% less fat cheese. That is gonna be followed by 30 grams of jalapenos. And lastly, on goes 50 grams of salsa. All right, so now it's the tough part, and it's actually closing the wrap over. So I'm gonna have to ruin the aesthetics and flatten it out a little bit. And let's see how we get on with this. I'm gonna fold it like that. Fold one side over, fold the other side over. Okay, not bad so far. I'm gonna try and fold this part in here, then fold the other two sides over. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Okay, so it is closed over successfully, but now it just needs to be sealed. So to seal it and just to make it nice and crispy in general, I am going to fry it on the pan for a few minutes on each side. All right, so we are looking good. I actually think that this might give Rap God a run for his money. If you know who Rap God is, comment below and let me know. He is a TikTok sensation. And I actually think I'm gonna go for the diagonal cut on this baby because I am feeling pretty fancy. Oh, just listen to that. Okay, so what are we saying about this spicy beef crunch wrap? This is a 10 out of 10. In my eyes, it is so good. Just wait until you take that first bite. And I think this meal, you know, it's the perfect example of how not every single meal in your diet has to be super healthy. Not every single meal has to be packed with fruit or packed with veg. And if you have one meal in your diet every day that, you know, doesn't have much fruit, doesn't have much veg, but you fucking love it, like it's something that keeps you motivated, it's something that keeps you on track, it's something that you wake up and you're like, I cannot wait for that meal, then keep it in. Because I think it's when you get into that habit of trying to be perfect with absolutely everything, giving yourself no flexibility, giving yourself barely any treats, that's when you run into trouble. That's when discipline starts to slip, that's when motivation starts to slip as well. So yeah, find that balance that works for you, and if that means having a few crisps in a wrap every day or every couple of days, go for it. Alright, so I want to give you a quick little rundown on the supplements that I take before my next meal. I put in a big order the other day. Most of these came with that order. I've got a few bits that I've had for a while as well. So I will start with the protein, and my two go-tos from bulk are the double chocolate informed whey protein. This is my favorite, 100%. If you are a fan of chocolate whey protein, then give the double chocolate informed whey a go. It tastes so good in oats, so good in yogurt, so good as part of a shake, however you want to consume it. And I also stocked up on some vanilla as well. This is really cheap. This is actually cheaper than this, and it is perfect for putting in a lot of my recipes. I use this a lot, so if you have a chocolate whey and a vanilla whey, you will be absolutely sorted when it comes to making 99.9 8% of my recipes. But yeah, let's move on. And I also stocked up on some creatine monohydrate. This is Creapure. So Creapure is basically just a purer and more micronized version of creatine monohydrate, which basically makes it easier to take, so it's not clumpy whatsoever if you have it with a glass of water. If you take it straight down the hatch like myself, if you put it in oats or in a shake or whatever, Creapure is better. It is going to be easier to take. So if you're somebody that struggles with creatine, I know some people do, this is definitely a really good option. But whether you get the Creapure version or the normal version, it is going to offer pretty much the same benefits. But yeah, I take 5 grams per day, every single day, even on rest days. And yeah, I have done so for many, many years. Okay, let's move on to some other supplements. So here we have a complex multivitamin. I take one of these every single morning. I basically just see this as a bit of an insurance policy. I get most of my micronutrients, most of my vitamins, most of my minerals from my actual food, because I eat quite a micronutrients dense diet. But you know, if this gives me an extra 1 or 2%, you know, insurance that I am getting a wide range of micronutrients in my diet, then I am happy to spend a little bit of money on it. It's really cheap. So yeah, one of these per day every single morning. I've got some super strength krill oil. These offer the same benefits as omega-3, but seeing as krill oil's rate of absorption is better than omega-3s, you actually need to take less krill oil to get the same benefits if you were taking fish oil. So yeah, I've swapped the krill oil. It's going to offer the same benefits, but yeah, you just don't have to take as much. Alright, next up we have some ashwagandha. So this helps relieve stress and anxiety. I take 2 capsules per day with my breakfast, and I've been taking these for quite a while, to be honest. Lifestyle factors are going to be by far the most important thing when it comes to reducing stress, when it comes to reducing the anxiety. But again, if this gives me an extra 1 or 2% benefit, then I am happy to take it. Before I was with Bulk, I actually used to order it off iHerb, I think the website was. But yeah, I'm absolutely delighted that Bulk have these. So 2 per day, every single day. And the last little general health supplement that I take is vitamin D3 tablets. I take these year round, even in the summer, because we don't get a whole lot of sun here, but it's even more important now in the winter when we pretty much get 0. So yeah, I take one of these per day every single day as well. Okay, so the final few bits, I stocked up on some egg whites. I've got 6 here, I've got another 6 in there, and the reason that I buy like 12 or even more at a time is because the best before date on these is actually insane. So these aren't out of date until the 4th of March 2022. I got these the other day and it is currently the 10th of November. So I've got absolutely loads of time. They are way cheaper than getting them in the supermarket in Ireland. Anyway, they are an absolute rip-off when you go down the shop and try and get them, and I use them all of the time, so it is well worth it. I've stocked up on some 0-calorie maple syrups as well. Maple syrup is my go-to. They've got loads of different flavors, but I always go back to maple. It's kind of like the old reliable. You just cannot go wrong with it. I am yet to find a flavor that beats it. I stocked up on some cookies and cream macro munch protein bars. I'm on a bit of a protein bar buzz at the moment. I kind of go through phases with them. So yeah, I don't know, I really like having one in the evening time or after dinner or something like that. It really just hits the spot. But yeah, this is the package here for anybody who cares. They've got loads and loads of different flavors as well. Way cheaper than just buying them on the go in the shop. So I just said screw it, I'll get myself 12. And finally, I got another delivery because Bulk are doing a collab with Millions, as you can see, which is really cool. The packaging is deadly, which is half the battle, but this is an apple flavor clear whey. There's another clear whey in there. I can't remember what flavor it is for the life of me, but this is a bubblegum flavor pre-workout. Very excited to try this. I just know it's going to be unreal. And yeah, I'm pretty sure these are limited edition as well, so if these are catching your eye, then make sure you head over to Bulk because they probably will fly out the door. So yeah, that is pretty much a rundown of all of the supplements that I take. And if you are interested in trying Bulk for the first time, if you need to stock up, or you know, if you just want to support me because you just love my videos so much, then Bulk are obviously getting involved in the ridiculously good Black Friday sales. 100% the best time of year to stock up on supplements because the deals are so good. They start on Sunday the 21st of November. They run through until the 29th month, maybe, I think. So they're on for like 8 days and the deals are literally insane. So yeah, if you are thinking of stocking up, then please go through my link. I'll actually link it in the comment section, and if you go through that, then bulk know I sent you and you are supporting me in the process, which is sound. So yeah, hope that was useful, and let's go to my next meal. Oh, and by the way, I'm actually having one of the Macro Munch bars as a bit of a snack. So in this, there are 223 calories, 20 grams of protein. And yeah, protein bars aren't going to change your life or anything like that. In fact, there are a lot more calorie efficient ways to get your protein in, but at the same time, it is a good way to boost that protein intake whilst feeling like you're having a treat in the process, or, you know, if you're on the go or something like that. These taste so good. Okay, so my final meal of the day is gonna be more of a treat, and if you are somebody who hates going to bed feeling hungry, especially those of you in a calorie deficit, it's probably one of the worst feelings in the world, getting into bed with a pit in your stomach. So if that is you and you need something that is going to fill you up until the following day, then this is for you. I'm telling you. Okay, so you will need a blender for this meal, so if you don't have a blender, get one. And I'm gonna start by adding 250 grams of ice to the blender. That is gonna be followed by 40 grams of cookies and cream or vanilla whey protein. Cookies and cream preferably, but vanilla will work. I'm gonna add 150 grams of fat-free vanilla yogurt into the mix. 50 ml of almond milk. 2 teaspoons of low-calorie sweetener. 5 ml of vanilla extract. 3 to 4 grams of xanthan gum. I get this on Amazon. And for those of you that don't know, xanthan gum is going to add a nice bit of thickness and make the ice cream nice and voluminous as well. And then I'm gonna break up 2 Oreos and add them into the mix. To be honest, if I wasn't filming this for YouTube, I'd probably use 3 because I'm gonna use 3 anyway, but I'm gonna use the final one here to decorate the top. But if I was making this on my own, I would just add the 3 into the actual mix. So it's up to you. If you wanna be all fancy and shit, then just go with 2 in here and decorate on top with the other Oreo, or just add all 3 in. Okay, time to alarm the neighbors with the noisiest blender on the planet, the Ninja. Okay, so after a minute or so of blending, I'm just going to press everything down, get everything off the sides, and I'm gonna add another 150 grams of ice, so that's 400 grams in total. And the reason that I didn't add this all at once, because it just makes it really hard for the blender, so you're better off kind of separating it up. And now I'm just gonna blend for another minute or 2 until the mixture is nice and smooth and until the ice is completely dissolved. So you don't want any little ice bits in the ice cream, obviously. All right, so we are looking very good. We are tasting very good. Of course, I've already tasted it. But yeah, it's almost 2 liters full, so it is absolutely huge. And typically I would just eat it out of the blender, not gonna lie. But for the sake of the video, let's get it into a bowl. Not even the ice cream on the blade can go to waste, so let's tackle this first. And let's crush up our Oreo and sprinkle it on top. Alright, so I'm a big fan of that Oreo McFlurry rip-off, especially when I'm feeling hungry in the evenings. And even if you didn't have the calories for the full thing in the evening, you could do something like half 3/4. That is still a huge portion. It is still going to fill you up. And all you have to do is get each measurement and multiply it by 0.75. And that is it. So yeah, I'm going to wrap the video up there, people. I hope you enjoyed it. And before you go, please comment below and let me know what your favorite meal was. So was it the French toast? Was it the spicy beef crunch wrap? Or was it the Oreo McFlurry? Which one are you like, yep, that is 100% the one I am definitely trying. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate all of the support. It does not go unnoticed. And yeah, thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.